Welcome back to the Premier League match day 10. Match day 10. You know, games are running so fast, but I mean, as an Arsenal fan, I have to get concerned. As a Manchester United fan, you have to get concerned. A Manchester City fan, you have to get concerned. Maybe Tottenham and Chelsea are the teams celebrating, but let us look at those games in match day 10 and what I think about them, because in my opinion, we could be up for big shocks. But of course, we have the biggest game coming in from London. Chelsea, Tottenham, Jose Mourinho against Frank Lampard, ex-manager, ex-player. Who will beat each other? Tottenham are in wonderful form, but Chelsea looks so good. I mean, they look so good. So I'm going to be talking about that and more. The match previews. So we can start with Brighton. Liverpool, the champions, will be traveling to Brighton. They have a defensive crisis, but for Christ's sake, they don't look like they have. Virgil van Dijk is out, who is their main centre back, their best defender. You can call him the most, celebrated defender in the world these days. He is so brilliant, but he is out with a long-term injury. They're traveling to Brighton. Brighton have not had so many shockers, I should say. They haven't had, I don't think they're going to shock Liverpool. But if they do shock Liverpool, don't say, Kosi, you said they can. Now, Liverpool are in second position. If you look at them, they've played 9 games. They have collected 20 points. That means they have only lost 7 points this season. They have the same number of points as Tottenham, and they're just 2 points ahead of Chelsea and Leicester City, who are in third and fourth respectively. They are 3 points ahead of Southampton. That means if they lose and Southampton, Leicester City, Chelsea win their games, Liverpool could be actually pushed out of that top 4. That is how badly they need this win. Now, I don't know. Truthfully, I don't know whether they can win this game. It's not going to be an easy one. You guys know that. It's not going to be an easy one. But I think, my opinion, Liverpool can go for this 2-1, 2-0. They had a beautiful performance against Leicester City. They beat Leicester City 3-0. Nobody expected that. Absolutely nobody expected that. It was a shocker. We thought this was when Liverpool had to lose. They didn't. They don't have their best players on, and they are not losing games. So, for me, after beating Leicester City, there is no way I'm going to come on this show and say Liverpool are going to lose. It's going to be a Liverpool win, in my opinion. The worst they can go is a draw. I think the worst they can do is a draw. But I think Liverpool, it's a win. It's a win for Liverpool. Now, struggling Manchester City in the second game of match day 10 will be taking on Burnley at the Etihad or Manchester City Stadium or Etihad Stadium. You can call it whatever you want. Pep Guardiola is in for it. Now, I think this is a game Manchester City should win. It's a game they should win, honestly. I don't say this because I think, or I undermine Burnley, but I think this is a game City need to win. They have had a couple of rough performances this season. They were spanked 5 by Leicester City. You still remember, they shared a 1-1 draw with Liverpool. Now, that was a game you thought City had the upper hand, because Liverpool is suffering from so many injuries, but they couldn't win. And worst of all, in their last game, they lost to Jose Mourinho 2-0, with Mourinho having 2 shots on target and 2 goals. And Pep said, I don't remember his remarks, but what I remember when he was asked about what Tottenham did, he was frustrated. So I'm giving him a win this time. I'm giving him a win. It's going to be a 3-0 victory. 3-0. I think Burnley will find it hard to score against Manchester City. Pep is still organized, but he's so blunt. His kind of play is very flat. I mean, you just can't predict that he's going to win a game. And the truth is, he just doesn't win games this season. He's not winning it. He is not doing whatever he has to do. Now, let us look at Manchester City and Burnley, where they stand on the table. It is absurd that we shall have to cross over to the lower half of the table to find Manchester City. Hopefully, we shall find Burnley as well. Now, Burnley, you can see, in 17th, 8 games played, they have collected 5 points this season. 17th. But what is very interesting is Manchester City have also played 8 games this season. They stand only 3 positions away or ahead of Burnley in the 14th position on the league table. Interestingly, they have 12 points collected from 8 games. In their last 5 games, City have won only 2. They have lost to Tottenham, that is the XUC, and they have 2 draws. Can they beat Burnley? I think they can, and they should beat Burnley. It is a time for Pep Guardiola to either decide whether he goes back to winning ways or he flops the whole season. But going on, let's go on. I want to look at the next fixture, which is so interesting. Everton, Leeds. Now when I talk about this fixture, I feel like it's gonna be a real one. I feel like it's going to be a real one. Everton, Leeds. Everton started so well. I mean, both clubs started so well. Leeds started brilliantly. Everton had a brilliant start, an ecstatic start to the season. James Rodriguez was on fire. Didier Doucouré, Alan, Calvert-Lewin, they were all blazing. After 4 games, they had hiccups, but I think they're back. I should say they're back. In their last game, they had a 3-2 victory. I think, was it against Brighton? It was. It was against Brighton. And they're sitting in position 6 of the table. Played 9 games and collected 16 points. They are 4 points behind Tottenham, who are table leaders. 4 points behind Liverpool, who are seated in second. And just 3 points between them and Chelsea and Leicester City. So that means if they win today, if they beat Leeds and any of the top 5 holders is not winning or does not win, they should have a chance to go either top 4 or top 5. But they're playing Leeds, which is not an easy side. I mean, it almost destroyed Arsenal. It almost destroyed Manchester City, and it is destroying other clubs. But Leeds have I don't know what I should call it, a bad run in the last 5 games. They started so well. They lost 3-4 to Liverpool. Liverpool were champions. They beat Fulham 4-3, and you thought their season had really started. But I was wrong, or we were wrong, because in their last 5 games, they have actually lost 3, have 1 win, and 1 draw against Arsenal, which was 0-0. My prediction in this one, Leeds, Everton, I think it's going to be the easiest draw to predict in this weekend. I mean, it could be... Okay, I'm going for a 1-1 draw. I think Leeds, Everton, 1-1. I should see Calvert-Lewin score, but I don't expect Leeds to lose. Okay, and the last game of Saturday, 28th, will be West Brom, Sheffield United. Now, Sheffield, if you think about Sheffield, it isn't the Sheffield we knew it was. I mean, it isn't anymore, but it was a big team. It was a very big team, giving hardships to the members of the top 6, top 4. But this season, they look absolutely off. I mean, they just don't look so good. On the table, both clubs, you'll find them at the bottom. West Brom has not won a game in their past 5 games. They have lost 3 and have 2 draws. Actually, they have covered or collected 2 points out of the possible 15 points this season in their last 5 games. Now, it is worse for Sheffield United because for them, in their last 5 games, they have 1 point, and it is a draw. You ask me, where is this game going to go? I don't know. That's the basic. It's the biggest answer I can give you. I just don't know. But by the look of things, West Brom at home, Sheffield. I think Sheffield has Premier League experience. West Brom do not have. West Brom have been looking better than Sheffield on paper and on ground. I'm gonna go for a 1-0 win. 1-0 win. I mean, should I go for a 1-0 win? Okay, I'm going for a 1-0 win for Sheffield United, but I won't be surprised if Sheffield don't win this game. I won't be surprised if West Brom win this game, but let me go with Sheffield United 1-0. Okay, that's all for Saturday, and the biggest clashes of the weekend will be on Sunday. And I'll start with the biggest game, which is Tottenham Hotspur Chelsea. Tottenham will be traveling to the Stamford Bridge, one of the fixtures that I think is going to be so hard for Jose Mourinho. Chelsea are in third. They have 9, 10, 11 points out of their possible 15 in their last 5 games. Now, meanwhile, Tottenham Hotspur have won 4 and drawn 1 of their last 5 games. What a clash at what a time. Perfect timing, perfect managers, perfect time of the season when Chelsea and Tottenham are both in top form. Is it a title decider that many people are saying it's going to be a title decider and so on and so on? Well, I don't think, and I don't buy the idea that it's going to be, or it is a title decider. I don't buy it. I don't think it's a title decider. I just don't think it is a title decider. Yes, I know Tottenham is doing so well. Chelsea is doing well as well. But if you ask me, is this a title decider? Honestly, it ain't one. It ain't one. It is too early for us to see title deciders between Tottenham Hotspur and Chelsea. But if I look at the last performances of both clubs, Tottenham Hotspur under Jose Mourinho, he knows what it means to beat a big club. He knows what it means to beat Chelsea, Manchester City, Arsenal, and Liverpool, or name it. So if Tottenham Hotspur win today against Chelsea, or tomorrow, against Chelsea, I'm not going to be shocked. I don't think I'm going to be shocked. I mean, it is what it is, but I think Tottenham have a bigger hand. Chelsea play so well. They have nice combination up front. Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, Abraham, and whoever plays there. But Tottenham is going to play a defensive game, and you expect them to sit back and wait for Chelsea to bring on the ball, and much of their work is going to be on the break. If you look at the insights in this game, Chelsea have won their last 3 Premier League games against Spurs, more than they had in their previous 8 against them. They last won more consecutively against Spurs in the competition between January 2000 and March 2002. It was 6 games. Tottenham have won 1 of their last 34 away games against Chelsea in all competitions, losing the last 3 in a row since a 3-1 victory in April 2018. Not so good news for Spurs. 3. Spurs have kept just 1 clean sheet in their last 17 away matches against Chelsea in all competitions. It was a 0-0 draw in March 2012. Chelsea and Tottenham are on the current longest unbeaten runs in the Premier League, with Spurs one of the 3 sides with a 100% away record in the competition so far this term. Brilliant. I can give them credit for that. They haven't lost a game away from home. Now this is gonna be so interesting. So interesting. When they travel to Chelsea, they don't win. But this season, they are unbeaten on the road. Okay? Still, let's go on. Since the start of 2018-2019 season, Chelsea have won 8 of their 10 home London derbies in the Premier League, drawing 1 and losing 1, dropping points consecutive games last season against West Ham in a 1-0 and Arsenal in a 2-2 draw. That it is. That is it. That is it. Chelsea is in for it. Well, you look at both clubs and you like their position on the table. Their positions on the table is just fine. It's just, it's just brilliant that they are where they are. But honestly, who's gonna win this? I'm giving it to Tottenham, 2-1. Jose Mourinho, I know he's going to do whatever it takes to beat Frank Lampard. I don't mean to undermine Frank Lampard, but I think Jose is not going to allow to be beaten by an old student of his. I mean, I don't know what you think, but that's what I think. Manchester United will be taking on Southampton, and this is one of the most exciting games. I've seen a lot of match previews from Manchester United fan channels. I mean, so many of them. Match predictions, and so many. Tomorrow, it will be away from home. Manchester United on the road once again. Now, it's not a problem that they're going to be traveling because they actually perform worse in the Premier League when they are at the Old Trafford than they perform on the road. So, basically, facts are facts. United is better off when they are traveling than when they are at home. They have just won one game against Brighton at Old Trafford. A very unconvincing win, but they have done so well on the road. So let us look at the statistics of this one and see who is the favorite to win it, right? We start off with Manchester United. Now, if you look at the top 6 of the table, United is nowhere to be seen. That is not my fault, of course. I didn't make this table. So we shall move closer to 11th, where Manchester United sits. They have played 8 games, all right? 8 games, collected 13 points out of the possible 24 points. They have a negative 1 goal difference. Oh my God, I mean, they look so awful. But their form has been improving of late. They have 3 wins of their last 5 Premier League games. They are beaten West Brom, if you still remember that. I think that was a comeback. But they also surprisingly beat Everton, and everyone was like, how did they do it? But they were beaten by Arsenal, and it was not interesting because they didn't actually play any good football there. But they're versing one of the hardest teams this season so far, Southampton, seated in the 5th position. They have won 3 out of their last 5 and just drawn 2. That means in their last 5 games, out of the 15 points they should have collected, at least they have 11. United, on the other side, out of the 15 points they should have, they have 10. I think, I mean, if we are going by points, then the energy, the power is balanced. But obviously, if we are going by who is playing good football, who is playing better, United is playing better in the Champions League, and Southampton is playing better in the Premier League. My prediction is easy for this one. I think United is so good on the road. I think Southampton will need to do more if they are going to win this game. Honestly, they'll need to do more if they are going to win this game. Let's see. Let us look at the insights, the pre-match insights of this game. Southampton are winless in their last 8 Premier League meetings with Manchester United, drawing 5 and losing 3. Now, what is interesting is that in the last 8 games, United has played with Southampton. Sutton do not have a win, but they have 5 draws. You can see the level of competition they have. And this is since a 1-0 win at the Old Trafford in 2016 January. However, 4 of their last 5 games against the Red Devils have ended level. 4 of their last 5 Premier League appearances against United have ended in a draw. Manchester United haven't lost any of their last Premier League away games against Southampton. They have won 5 and drawn 4. Their only defeat at the St. Mary's Stadium came way back in August 2003. Manchester United have come from behind to win 9 Premier League games against Southampton. Only the Red Devils themselves have won more from behind against an opponent in the competition, and they have come back 10 times to win against Newcastle. I mean, interesting stats. Southampton have won each of their last 3 Premier League games, winning 2-0 each time. They last won 4 in a row at the St. Mary's way back in 2016. And the Manchester United have won their last 7 Premier League away games. They have never won 8 in a row on the road in the top flight. Okay? This is going to be interesting. United have won their last 7 Premier League away games. I told you they're so good on the road. They have never won 8 in a row on the road in the top flight before. Meanwhile, the Red Devils are looking to win their first 4 away games to a league season for their 3rd time in their history, also doing so in the 1913-14 season and the 1985-86 season. Now, if we are going to base on statistics, I mean, what has happened before, to predict this game is going to be a hard one. It's really going to be a hard one. I mean, just look at it in this way, that United themselves have not won 8 Premier League away games in their life. I mean, it has never happened. And they want to do it against a side they are not accustomed to beating. I mean, in their last 5 games, they have 4 draws against Southampton and 1 win. Is it easy? Is it going to be that easy? I'll be here to make the match preview. Sorry, the match. Why did I call it preview? The match post-match review. My club, Arsenal, is taking on Wolves. Arsenal is seated in 12th position, and we don't have the best record against Wolves. That's the truth. Any Arsenal fan out there, you know I'm speaking the truth. We are sitting in position 12, 9 points, 9 games, 13 points. We are on the same level with Manchester United. United have a game in hand. It's embarrassing, right? It is embarrassing. This season, because I know these statistics in my head, we have won 4 Premier League games, lost 4, and drawn 1. The only draw we have is against Leeds. The 4 losses against Everton, against Aston Villa, against Manchester City, Liverpool, and an embarrassing one against Leicester City. We need to bounce back. We are playing a team that is 1 point ahead of us. That is Wolves in the 9th position. They have played 9 games as we have, but the difference is they have a point and they have 5 goal, a negative 1 goal difference. I mean, that is as we do. I can't predict this game. It's a hard one. It's going to be a very hard one, but I'll go for a win for Wolves, 1-0. 1-0 win for Wolves. I'm sorry to disappoint the Arsenal fraternity. West Ham, Aston Villa. Aston Villa have been so good this season. They have been so good, beating Arsenal, beating Liverpool 7 goals. I mean, what else do they want? It's going to be a very interesting one. It's Monday Night Football, and I think in that one, Aston Villa should be able to get a point from the Hammers. Leicester City is going to smash, spank, destroy, and demolish Fulham on Monday still. Fulham is traveling to the King Power Stadium. I pity them. I mean, what are they going to do there? If someone thinks they have business at the King Power Stadium after the fellows, Leicester City lost ugly to Liverpool, I pity you. Fulham have one of the worst runs in the Premier League, combined with West Brom and Sheffield United. Are they going to be relegated? I can bet my hand Fulham will be relegated with Sheffield. The third team, I'm not sure. Why not sign out after you guys give me your subscriptions and your likes?